Good afternoon, everyone. From the Central Illinois Weather Network, I'm Larry Eastep. We do have a brand new severe thunderstorm watch that has been issued for portions of central Illinois. Let's go to the maps from the Storm Prediction Center. We'll show you what we're talking about. This map here shows you the area that the Storm Prediction Center has been watching over the past hour or so, and now they actually have issued a severe thunderstorm watch. Let's try to show you here the exact area that we're talking about that the watch is in effect for. This would include, hang on here, let me switch a couple buttons. This would include the areas of southern Illinois, southern Indiana, right through the Louisville area over to extreme southern Ohio, which would include the city of Cincinnati, and then down through eastern Kentucky. Basically, the northeastern half of Kentucky is under this watch now, a severe thunderstorm watch for the development of large hail and damaging thunderstorm winds. Here in central Illinois, this pretty much cuts right across the Springfield area and south along I-55 east and then south of I-74. So we're talking east of I-55 and south of I-74 is basically the general area that this watch encompasses. It does go over just above the Evansville, Indiana area, so it would include Terre Haute, Bloomington, Jasper, those areas, and then northern Kentucky, again from right around the Louisville area. I believe this can be the eastern half of Louisville Metro, over through Lexington, Frankfort, Covington, Cincinnati, Ohio, and even over to Ashland, Kentucky. That's the watch area. Now, the areas here in red you're looking at are the two areas that the Storm Prediction Center thinks severe weather is going to really start to fire in the next hour or two. The first one, this box on the left side, this polygon here over central Illinois, again, is the area that we're watching for the development of severe weather along a cold front that stretches from near Chicago back through the Galesburg, Illinois area that is starting to move towards the southeast. The second area is this area circled here over portions of eastern Kentucky. In between, you've got that area that the watch also encompasses that will be for these storms moving out of Illinois. So two different systems we're looking at. Let's take this a little bit more detailed here and explain this further. The Storm Prediction Center believes that this area here over eastern Kentucky will begin to sort of meld together with a number of different severe cells scattered around right now, or non-severe cells rather, will start to strengthen and then consolidate into a small mesoscale convective system as it moves across eastern Kentucky. Let's show you the radar and show you those storms we're talking about. And here's the radar over the region right now from Storm Lab. You can see the Ohio Valley radar here with these storms just to the west of Charleston, West Virginia, over through Huntington, West Virginia, back to just south of Cincinnati, Ohio, and east of Cincinnati, and then right over the Lexington area, you've got these individual cells that are really starting to strengthen up as this moisture and instability sinks towards the southeast. I think our biggest threat for severe weather is going to be from Louisville east again in Kentucky. Lexington east is where we're definitely going to be watching for it. Let's go a little bit closer here and show you some more detail on the Louisville radar. And this radar here is going to show you the area where the severe thunderstorm watch encompasses. Again, Terre Haute, Bloomington, down through Louisville and Lexington. We've got some pretty nasty cells now popping up. In fact, some severe weather over portions of extreme northeastern Kentucky. Let's zoom in on that and show you just to the south right now of Portsmouth, Ohio. We've got a couple of pretty nasty cells, it looks like. Let's zoom in even closer on these and show you over Greenup and Lewis counties, Vanceburg in the path of these storms, and more trekking in from the west over Ripley County right now, and West Union, Ripley and West Union, Adams and Brown County are those areas there we're talking about in Ohio, and those will definitely be are experiencing some of these storms right now as they move through. North of Maysville and Vanceburg is where these storms are right at the moment. This one here looks particularly interesting. Let's zoom in on that over Lewis County, Kentucky, and we see this storm again right to the northwest of Vanceburg is really starting to fire up with some reds and whites there, which tells us we're probably getting some hail with that. Actually, looks like that cell now has erased to the east. We've got one right behind it. Let's take the current view on this and show you the one that's to the east now. A little bit of purple in that. If we can get the radar to stop here, we'll show you our last frame, and let's check velocity on this and see what we're talking about. Getting ready to move into green. Greenup County. Not a lot of rotation with these, but again, the potential for some large hail and damaging winds. And you've got another storm here just to the west moving into Lewis County that is affecting areas just to the east of Manchester and Concord, right along the river there, as these track to the east into portions of Lewis County. We're going to see the potential for large hail and damaging winds with those. Also, we've got this cell down further to the southwest in the Lexington area. Let's zoom in on that and we'll show you. This particular cell is also dumping a lot of rain and probably some hail just to the north of the downtown Lexington area. Right there to the north of the loop we're talking about in Fayette County. That one has got some potential for some rotation as well. If it continues to develop, we'll keep an eye on that. Not a lot showing up right at the moment, but that one's definitely going to be a storm to keep your eye on. And more storms again are possible in this same area. You can see this storm kind of trek into Fayette County just to the south of Georgetown here over the past hour or so, and we'll watch this come right through just to the north of Lexington and going to be in the eastern suburbs here very shortly. So that's definitely going to be a storm to keep your eye on, with the potential for severe weather with that one shortly. And as you can see, not a whole lot back to the west right now, so this particular area is going to be basically moving towards the east throughout the afternoon, with more storms coming behind it from the west as the evening hours go on. Back closer to home, again, the Lincoln radar not really showing anything right now in the way of precipitation, but here's that area in purple here on this map that the Storm Prediction Center is watching for the development of storms, as this front stretches now from right around the Chicago area back through Galesburg. We'll show you that on dew points here in a minute. Here's the area the watch is in effect for. We'll zoom in a little closer on that, give you those counties there. Again, Decatur, Taylorville, Mattoon, Effingham are in the backside of this watch, and that would include portions of Macoupin County, Shelby, Christian, Macon, Moultrie, and further to the east. Technically, Springfield's in this watch, well, actually just to the east, as you can see, but that 15% wind and hail threat does stretch the pink and blue lines there through much of central and southern Illinois, and that line actually goes way back over through Kentucky and Indiana as well, from Indianapolis over to Dayton and then south from there. So that's the area we're watching this afternoon for the potential of severe weather across the entire region. And again, stay tuned for the latest weather information throughout the evening from the Central Illinois Weather Network.